Hey guys, this is Brett from Prepared Man. I want to do a quick tabletop review of the Stanley Adventure Cup Cook Set. This is a 24-ounce stainless cup that I use in the field as a brew kit or a mess kit. Now this one is actually brand new that I received in trade from Mr. Christopher Wilkes, and I'll put a link to his channel below with his permission. But this product is a really nice product. This one's brand new. I've got another kit here that I've used for a little over 2 years that I'll let you take a look at in just a second. Well, let's take a look at some features first. Now, the Stanley kit is a really nice stainless heavy gauge kit. It's not bad for the weight. I did a couple of modifications to mine that I'll show you in just a minute. Like I said, this is a 24-ounce cup. It has graduations embossed in the material all the way up to 20 ounces, which is really handy in the field. Has a nice locking handle that I can use to move it in and out of the fire or on an alcohol stove. On top it has this nice lid that also, quick tip, fits all nesting cups for Nalgene's. I mean, it fits perfect. The lid has a strainer and a vent hole, which is really nice, so it won't boil over. One flaw that I saw in the lid myself is this plastic tab, because this plastic tab will melt. It's not heat resistant in any way. It will melt when it's in the fire. I actually melted mine on an alcohol stove that it was sitting on top of, so it will melt. And I'll talk to you about some modifications or some considerations there that you can make to make this a better kit. Now inside, when they come brand new, it comes with two of these plastic, what they call insulated cups, but they're just thick plastic. And these are actually really good solid kit. On the bottom they say Stanley built for life, BPA free, and they're recyclable 5, and they are dishwasher safe. Now it says that they're 10 ounces a piece, which I believe that's about right. And I actually use these with a couple of modifications because it is just me. So let's take a look at my other kit, the one that I've been using for 2 years, and then we'll talk about my actual review. So I'm going to set this one aside, flip it over, lock the lid back down. Now this is the kit that I've used for 2 years. Now first thing I done is I popped that tab off once it started melting. I put on a key ring and a wooden bead. That way it doesn't lay flat. I can just pick this up with a pointed stick or with the edge of a cooking tool, and I can pick this up and lift this lid and take a look on what's going on. Now you will say, regardless if it's stainless or not, you'll see that mine has some discolorization. It's actually been in the fire and mine's been used quite a bit. Locking lid has still performed well. There is some rattle in it, but it does perform extremely well. This kit's been used and abused, so I say this is a very sturdy pot overall. Now inside, I've actually removed everything except one cup that I keep in there. Now this one cup keeps me from burning my lip off when I'm making coffee. Now the only other thing I would need once I built my fire is my coffee or my hot beverages. But I have all this room, so I just stuff it full of hot chocolate and teas and instant coffees, or if I'm doing cowboy coffee, whatever, and all that just goes inside, and that keeps my brew kit all together. This goes inside a sewn up sack just to keep my pack from getting soot covered. Fits into the pocket of an Alice pack grate. I accompany it with a nesting cup, and that expands my cooking capabilities because the nesting cup will slide right on there. I love this kit. They're $15, $15.97 or something like that. I've carried this one for 2 years. I traded for this one and intend to carry it as well in my car kit. These are great kits. Now, when I got in the trade talk with Mr. Wilkes, I had actually traded for another item that we're going to look at now. This is the new offering from Stanley. Now, these are not available locally for me, but not much is in my area. Now, the only place I can find these for me is about an hour and a half away, and they're about $40 there. I have seen them online in Walmart and places like that in big box stores for about $25. But this is Stanley's 1.5 liter cook and prep kit. So we're going to take a look at it. First we'll read off on the bottom. It says Stanley, a brand of BPMI, 1.6 quart or 1.5 liter. It's actually 1.58 quarts then. And this kit is very similar to the Adventure Cup with a couple of features inside. You'll notice that it still has the vented lid. It still has the plastic tab, which I'm going to replace. This one's going to get a nice brass ring on top of it, probably as soon as this video gets done. It has a very similar locking lid. This one is set locked open. And inside it has a lot of goodies. Now, let's go ahead and flip this over and get those out of the way, and we'll talk about them in a minute. It's a really nice pot. It still has the embossed graduations and the embossed Stanley logo. These graduations go all the way up to 40 ounces, so it's twice the size of the other one just in graduations. Now, a couple of things that I've seen people talk about online is this lid doesn't lock into place. So I can fill this full of water, and as soon as I get the weight in it, it's just going to push the pressure release and it's going to fall back open. But that's what this handy dandy little bar is for. If I slide this down, it is now locked. I can push on this, I can pull on it, it's not going anywhere. I can slide my lid on there, boil water, this thing's going to be sturdy. So this is, to me, the best part of the kit. But inside, Stanley also included a bunch of other gear, and let's take a look. This is what it looks like inside. We have these two, what they call bowl covers or cutting boards. We have this set of utensils that we're going to pop together in just a minute, and these two bowls. So it's a very nice, versatile kit, and it's built for two people. Now, these utensils are really interesting. They release via a Fastex type system where they're just side buckle releases, or Fastexes if you're familiar with the military designations or any of those company brands. But they just snap together. And I can actually snap them together one at a time, or I can lock them together to make a very large tool. One side's a ladle, a strainer ladle. The other side is actually a spatula itself. Now this is a really cool tool in theory. I'm not going to use this in the bush. It's much easier for me to split a stick down, so this thing is going straight into storage somewhere in a storage tote or someplace else, maybe even the garbage can. I haven't decided yet. But I'm not going to be using this in the bush, I have a feeling. There's too many other better solutions for me, simpler solutions, and I'm just not going to use that. But that frees up this void already that I can put other goodies in. Now, since there's just one of me, I'm going to take this and put it in storage as well. That's going to leave me with one bowl and one cutting board / lid. That means inside this pot, I can then put all kinds of good stuff. I could put a cup in to extend my mess kit and make it very similar to the Boy Scouts of America kit that you're all familiar with. I can put in meat extenders like rice. I can put in fire prep. I can put in canned meat that I want to carry in the field, or snacks, or candling devices. I can put a backup knife in, all kinds of great utensils. This is a very great little kit. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to beat this one up. You'll probably see this one in some future videos. But like I said, I modify everything I use, make it my own, and that's just my suggestion for you. This is Brett with Prepared Man. Stay safe.